Hello YouTubers and welcome to Novus Talks with me, your host Novus Corvius. And since the Game Awards are just around the corner, I wanted to talk a bit about the possibility of whether we could see Bayonetta 3 at the Game Awards. We talk about this every year. The only difference this year to the conversation is that we recently got footage of Bayonetta 3. After waiting 4-5 years, we finally got a proper gameplay look and reveal of the game in the September Nintendo Direct. We got a 3-minute trailer and it showed us sort of like one of the new environments and some of the new enemies Bayonetta is going to be up against. And it also reveals that this isn't the same Bayonetta as before. There's also a different voice actress and it's a multiverse apparently. A lot of confusing stuff that we still don't know a lot about. But the point is, we did see Bayonetta 3 in September after going 4 years without nothing. So even though we've seen it recently, is there still a chance we could see it at the Game Awards? It was revealed in that September Direct that the game is scheduled for a 2022 release. So that means this is the final chance for Bayonetta 3 to appear at the Game Awards. And I really hope it does show up, because it was nice back in 2017 when we had Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3. And it would be nice for just to have it show up one more time, a full trailer, a proper trailer, and look at the game just one more time. It would be a nice way to sort of bring this horrible wait to an end. And in a way, it can get us finally stop talking about it showing up at the Game Awards in future if we actually finally do get to see it. But the caveat to all of this is, as I just said, we got footage in September. And what I said in my Breath of the Wild video about whether we could see that at the Game Awards is that we probably won't, since we got Breath of the Wild footage recently. And that came out back in June. The Bayonetta footage was more recently, so arguably Zelda has a higher chance of showing up at the Game Awards than Bayonetta. But the way I see it is, Bayonetta is a game that would need more marketing than Zelda. Zelda is a mainstay. It's a big Nintendo IP. Everyone knows what it is, and everyone's really hyped for it. Bayonetta is lesser known. Therefore, it would need more marketing. Nintendo would need to give people more of a reason to care and want to buy the game, especially since we've seen so little over it in the past few years. And Nintendo would really need to give people a reason to care about this game, to recognize that it exists and to want to buy it. And I think this is their final shot. I know, comparative to Zelda's the kind of thing that you would want to show at the Game Awards, and they typically don't show big games like that in Nintendo Directs, whereas we saw Bayonetta in a Nintendo Direct because that's a smaller game in comparison. So you could argue, what's the point in showing it at the Game Awards when they could just wait till January or February Nintendo Direct to give us a full look at the game? Maybe they even wait till E3, who knows? But I'd like to think that, again, most of this is going to be personal wishing and hoping, but I'd like to think that Nintendo is going to use this opportunity to really push the game. And I say that because of the fact that they showed it originally at the 2017 Game Awards. Why Nintendo believes in this game and wants to reveal it to the biggest market possible. Otherwise, why else would they have shown it at the Game Awards 2017? They could have waited till E3 2018 to show Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3, but they chose to reveal it at a big, massive show. And that's because even though Bayonetta is a Nintendo IP now, technically, it's still known, Bayonetta 1, it's still known for being cross-platform, multi-platform. It's only been known as a Nintendo IP since the second game. The first game, it's recognized across the board. It was a multi-platform release, and so I think Nintendo will want to cater to that audience. They'll want to show the people who play PlayStation or on Xbox or on PC, hey, this is the newest Bayonetta game. We know you're into this franchise. This is the only way you can play it. If you really want to get into it, you gotta get on board with our platform. And so this is their real opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity they're going to get to do that, to bring that audience in. If they don't show it at the Game Awards, then they've missed their big opportunity to market the game in the biggest way possible. Yes, there's still E3. We don't know exactly when the game is coming out, so maybe they're planning to wait until E3. Hell, we don't even know what they're going to show at the Game Awards. Maybe they want to focus on entirely first-party stuff, Metroid or Zelda, We just don't know exactly what's the situation going into the Game Awards. And obviously, the presence of Bayonetta would depend heavily on what some of Nintendo's other plans for the show are. And so, yeah, the real answer is I don't know if we're going to see it. I can't say for certain. I want to believe, and I'm optimistic about it, and I want to say that they will show it. But if they don't show it, it would be a real shame. It would be an incredible missed opportunity because I feel like it's going to come out before E3. Bayonetta 2 released in September 2014, so maybe 3 releases around that same time frame, but maybe Bayonetta 3 is before E3. I don't know. We haven't seen enough of the game to really tell, and so if it's before E3 and they don't show it at the Game Awards, they're really pushing the envelope in terms of the time frame they have to market this game. Because if it's not coming out after E3, that means it's coming out somewhere between January and May. So in that 5-month period, you'd have a January or February Nintendo Direct, in which case the game was only about 4 months away from release. I know Nintendo likes to market games usually only about 6 months away from release, but at that point, you're cutting it so close. I feel like Nintendo should just give themselves that extra bit of breathing space. At the Game Awards, you'd have a much larger audience watching the show. You would have literally globally, not just Nintendo fans. So Xbox, PlayStation, PC, fans from all types of platforms would be paying attention to this announcement. And so you would have plenty of time to get them interested and then follow up on that in a Nintendo Direct at the start of next year with more footage for anyone who's still interested in. Keep putting out stuff every couple of weeks on the lead up to the game's release. But yeah, I'm not familiar with how they marketed Bayonetta 1 or Bayonetta 2, so I don't know if they waited till the very last minute, but this is different. Bayonetta 2, for a start, was on a failed console. Bayonetta 3 is coming out on a console that's basically dominating the industry at the moment. It's on a console where we have the Switch effect, where all major games sell incredibly well, so its success is somewhat guaranteed. What level of success that will be, we can't tell, but there is a level of success there. So the situation is entirely different. And because of that, I think Nintendo should put in that extra bit of effort into the marketing so they can push that success even further. But at the end of the day, I don't really know anything. These are just my thoughts. I mean, I didn't even know that we would get a trailer out in the September Nintendo Direct. You can't really predict. The whole situation with this game's development and marketing is really bizarre, and it's been really painful. It's another reason I didn't bring up in this video here, but that's a big reason I want to see the game at the Game Awards. The wait for footage and gameplay and answers has been so painful. We went 4 years without nothing. You heard me say many times that I believed the game was cancelled, because I genuinely was believing that, because they had nothing to show and they kept telling us lies that we would see it, and we never did. So the wait has been painful, and I need to start giving us answers sooner rather than later. But look, whatever happens, Bayonetta 3 is scheduled for a 2022 release. So whether it shows up at the Game Awards or not, it's still coming out next year. So at least we know that much. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think of all of this? Do you think there's any hope of seeing Bayonetta 3 at the Game Awards? Do you think it's too soon after the last trailer? If we don't see it now, when will we see it? Will we see it in a January, February Nintendo Direct? Will they wait till E3? When the hell is the game coming out? I want to hear everything you have to say down in the comment section below. And yeah, with that all said, thank you all for watching and please subscribe. Novus Corvius out.